He wasn't just a singer. He was a mystery, a man who could silence a room with one note, then vanish for years as if swallowed by his own genius. Born Michael Eugene Archer on February 11, 1974, in Richmond, Virginia, D'Angelo came from humble beginnings, the son of a Pentecostal preacher, raised in a home where gospel wasn't just music, it was a way of life. By the time he was 3, he could play piano by ear. By 10, he was writing songs that felt like prayers. But the world outside church walls was tougher. He faced bullying, financial strain, and moments of deep doubt. Still, with his mother's faith and his own fire, he pressed on. A failed audition at the Apollo nearly broke him, but months later, he returned and brought the crowd to its feet. That moment changed everything. In 1991, at just 18, he moved to New York City. Hungry, determined. 3 years later, he co-wrote and produced You Will Know for Black Men United, an anthem that introduced him to the industry, and the industry wasn't ready for what was coming. When Brown Sugar dropped in 1995, it didn't just sell 3 million copies, it redefined R&B. With songs like Lady and Brown Sugar, D'Angelo became the heartbeat of a new movement, neo-soul, a genre that felt ancient and futuristic at once, raw, romantic, and rooted in Black musical tradition. Then came Voodoo in 2000, an album so deep, so dangerous it hit #1 on Billboard. The song, Untitled, How Does It Feel?, made him a superstar overnight, but also a prisoner of his own image. The video, stripped down to his bare skin, turned him into a sex symbol, something he never wanted to be. What the world saw as desire, he experienced as pressure. Behind the scenes, he was spiraling, turning to drugs and isolation as fame closed in. By 2005, D'Angelo had disappeared. Arrests, addiction, a car crash that almost killed him. The same man who once made the world feel alive was now fighting just to feel it all. But legends don't die easily. End 2014, after 14 years of silence, he came back with Black Messiah, a thunderous, revolutionary album that reminded the world. D'Angelo was still here, still brilliant, still bold. It won 2 more Grammys and spoke directly to the soul of a generation demanding justice and truth. Through it all, one woman remained a central force in his life, Angie Stone, his former partner and creative equal. Together, they shared a son, Michael Archer Jr., known as Suavo Twain. He also had a daughter, Imani, and a younger son, Morocco, his pride and grounding force. But even love couldn't always silence the ghosts he carried. Addiction, isolation, and body image issues haunted him for years. Yet in his final chapters, he found something resembling peace, turning his energy toward therapy, sobriety, and philanthropy, quietly funding music programs in Richmond and supporting youth in his community. Still, fame was never his home. He kept his circle small, living between 3 sanctuaries, a modest farmhouse in Richmond, his safe haven for family and reflection, a Harlem brownstone, just blocks from the Apollo, where he recorded late into the night, and a quiet villa in Santa Barbara, his coastal escape, a place where silence spoke louder than applause. Then, early in 2025, tragedy struck. After months of fatigue and pain, doctors discovered pancreatic cancer. He canceled a long-awaited performance in May, retreating to his Harlem home, the same home where his journey had once reignited. Surrounded by family, D'Angelo spent his last days listening to music, praying, and writing short notes to his children. On October 14, 2025, at the age of 51, the voice that once healed a generation went silent. His final words to his family were simple: "Keep singing always." His passing shook the world. Tributes poured in from artists across every genre. Fans filled the streets outside the Apollo, candles in hand, his voice echoing through speakers one last time. At the time of his death, D'Angelo's estimated net worth was around $1 million, built not from excess but from integrity, from 8 million records sold and tours that sold out worldwide. He never chased the spotlight. He commanded it, then walked away. And maybe that's the real story of D'Angelo. Not just the fame or the fall, But the mystery, a man who gave us 3 albums, then left a silence so powerful it spoke louder than most artists' entire catalogs. Because D'Angelo wasn't here to sell records, he was here to remind us that soul isn't something you hear, it's something you feel, and as long as we do, he never truly left. Thank you for watching.